This is a real life thing happening today. Live it right now, please, with me. The biggest news in the stock market over the last 4 years was GameStop, January 28, 2021. And when that came out, and you saw Reddit, subreddit, Wall Street Bets, you saw the SEC, you saw the stock world, you saw House Financial Committee, everybody's doing hearings, everybody's looking at the stock market, got halted, on all these individual securities got halted, and market makers weren't selling shares, or they were only allowing you position close only. Let me ask you this, guys. The initial reaction to that story, the initial coverage of that story was everything. It was the whole world was happening. There was actual congressional hearings because of it. Now, here's my thing, guys. Here's my thing. Over the last 3 years, everybody got numb to the music. Everybody got soft because the ripple effect is this. When I splash a boulder into the water, initially it creates a huge commotion. But as it dissipates, you see the water get calm again. So the only way you can get it to go again, you have to splash it with more info, with another event. And the next event was just this last month when GameStop went from $10 to $80 and DFV came back. And now it's a big moment again. And we hit the water again. But guess what happens to the water? It stays still and it gets back to its original environment of just sideways and everyone being okay with it. It's just another day on the stock market. It doesn't have nearly the same effect that it did before. There's not radicals out here. There's not numerous YouTube channels popping up and everybody trying to ride the wave of social media and say, you know, we're going to pump out the next stock and this and this. No, everybody just goes calm into the night like it never happened. What is going to happen next? How big of a rock needs to hit this water for you to understand that I don't forget the first initial reaction, I don't forget the second one? Bullets fly. Bullets fly out of firearms and they disrupt the air around them. You hear the sound, muzzle velocity, it rips, the gas comes out, shell flies, all of that disruption from a trigger squeeze. There's an end result to the bullet, right? Wherever the bullet may hit, it can change someone's life, it could take someone's life, it can destroy an object, or it could do nothing. But you don't get that reaction out of the environment again until you pull the trigger again. I'll be here. I'll be here when the news drops again. I'll be here when they say, hey, DFV's coming back. I'll be here when they tell you Ryan Cohen's buying in. I'll be here when they tell you GameStop is doing this with their $4 billion. I'll be here when they tell you GameStop makes the S&P 500. I'll be here when they tell you GameStop's paying a dividend. I'll be here when they tell you GameStop's a holding company and they acquire these things. I'll be here when they tell you GameStop's going to go ahead and do another stock split. And I'll be here to tell you I told you so. This is how I feel about my company. This is how I feel about this investment. This is how I feel about this life. They want to hide this from you. They only want to feed it to you when it's time to eat, but not for you, for them. It's called lunch.